The dawn of a new season brings the dawn of a new era for this franchise. There's a new coach in charge, tasked with guiding this team to the peak of the NFL. For someone with dreams of reaching Canton, this first day and their first interview will set the stage for a career to come. The players on your team earn some XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of You have a certain number of active negotiations available for each. You can view the player's overall interest in your team here.
Welcome to the
Some players' development traits are these are player tags. Players These players are on the last year of their contract. Resign.
Welcome.
This is the Abilities tab. Here you can see what
Welcome.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. And that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Tua. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And out.
It's taken to the 26. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything.
A-Chan hit and the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Jets will take over. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They start to drive with White. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
A loss of 2.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground with White. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Here's 3rd and 10.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
They'll drop the throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Brings up third down.
Around with White. And boy, he is very... A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
3 yards. And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard
Go up the middle with White. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
36-yard line.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. See if they can do better here on this drive.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
in motion goes the tight end. Tua sets up to pass it.
And this pass broken up.
And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Jordan Stout in punt formation.
Now as a punter, Jordan Stout. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Rig alert! Rig alert!
First down, here's White. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
On the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
10 yards.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
First down.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll set up to throw. This is caught. Touchdown.
Jets.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
The kick is good.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Miami's offense set and ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Wilson Waddle in motion left
at the 40-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Now Tua. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Intended for
an incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tua going to throw. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Intended for Devon.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
It's now 4th down.
This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
There defensively.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Oh, what a juke into space.
It's a gain of 16
and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
34 yards.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10.
They go play action here on 1st down. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing quickly to Wilson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10.
Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
That's another Jets first down.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Buchanan. It is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Down right at
Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one. Brings in front of them.
Second and 9 at the 19-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
8 yards. And it's third down.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a third and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Loose inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
And the Dolphins first down.
Now Achane on first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
This is a 6-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins have got it back to within the score.
The point after.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Dolphins 7.
5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a first and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
By Jamel Dean.
They're going to look to throw. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
A gain of 9. It's fourth down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They're going to try and throw. That is caught.
A gain of 10.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. On the handoff, it's White. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
He was
second down and 8.
6-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
They'll
and
set up
8.
a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a give to White. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
The pass on
He's
first
tackled
down.
a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the 13-yard
On the give, it's
line.
White. Trucks over him. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
was shot right. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jets get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Spinning past him. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. From the gun, it's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Second and a couple.
Jalen Waddle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Achane gets it from the gun.
At the 36-yard
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The Dolphins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it with Achane. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, so much for situational football because that's the absolute last thing you want to do when you're protecting a lead in the 4th quarter. Not only do you lose yardage, but you find a way to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
His kick is
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to pass. Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
38-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
First down. A gain of 7. And a Dolphin first down.
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll dump this off to Achane. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Complete to Devon Achane. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From midfield, here's Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Tua to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Complete to number 88.
Ball on the
27. Here's second and 3.
27-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw caught by Ochan. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. They complete it to Hill.
Tagovailoa.
Here's second and 3.
Complete to number 10, Tyreek Hill. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
Tua going to throw.
14-yard line.
This one thrown underneath to Ochan. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Dolphins first down.
Again, it's Tagovailoa. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Tagovailoa sacked. A loss of 8 yards. It's second
Here's
down
Tua.
and goal.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And he comes back with one complete. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
A pickup of 14. It's now
got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
To number 26. Touchdown,
a 1-yard
Miami.
touchdown reception.
And
the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
His kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Allen. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Well, the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So Tua and the Dolphins down by 13, a little under 30 seconds remaining. Throwing Tua. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Connecting with Hill. And he's out of bounds to stop the clock. He gets a first, but just 10 seconds remaining.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. A gain of 19
Here's
yards.
Tua.
1st down, Dolphins.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
One final try for Tagovailoa. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game.